right, so long now at first target, so entry -5. We haven't hit the 20 tick target. We got 19 but not 20, that's irritating. Alright, so first target hit, trailing by 20 now. We won't see an add unless the market just blasts off or gives us some kind of pullback here. We need 30 ticks, so let's take a look at that. 2. So we'd have to get to that level before you consider an add. So let's mark that. And there's no obvious break level in there. And then when we look at the volume profile, what do we see? So we didn't get a signal here. 113, yeah, so this bar. And that's interesting. Okay, so let's talk about that. This bar here is closing. Well, actually, let's oh, I see what happened. So the low volume node that was right here stopped being a low volume node on this bar. And that's why we don't get a prediction here on this side. So these are edge cases because you're down here at the lows. That's interesting. Okay. You would kind of expect to go up and test this 7410 level. It'd be nice to get all the way to 7420, test the value area low. In fact, what does it look like larger? So basically we came down to 7400 and we're testing that right now. So we're gonna get to this low volume node up here, and then are we gonna get rejected off of there and travel back down to 7400 again? Or are we gonna break through it? And it looks like I added right there on the break. Okay, so now I've got two contracts. The system moves the stopped entry to break even, and now we start trailing by 20. And the target, this is interesting because the target doesn't actually move correctly on the first add. I mean, I want that target to move out to the new break even plus 80 ticks. And it doesn't do that, and it's too hard to get it to do it using the native functionality, so I just left it. So at this target here is still the 20-point target off the original entry. What we want it to be is the what happened right there? What we want it to be is the break even plus 80, and when you start scaling out, it doesn't quite work correctly. Don't quite understand what happened here. I still have a contract in the market long. It looks like only one of those stop orders executed before the market popped up is what happened. That's weird. I don't think I've ever seen that. Unless I placed another order and don't realize it. So let's review what happened here. Entry long, first target, add, trailing by 20. One gets taken off for some reason. It should be both taken off. So now we got to watch this and make sure that it works correctly. Yeah, it should be a market order. I agree with you. So I don't understand what happened here. Need to go find the cancel all button just in case we break this and nothing happens. Huh, interesting. So it gives me the opportunity to move this target anyway. Where would I want that target at? Let's see. You can see there's a bunch of volume right there. 24. I'm in at 09, 19. So I would normally put that at 29. Looks like it may not matter. We're going to come back and get taken out here at the entry. Something really weird's going on. Button cancel. Did you see that? It traded through that. Oh, I guess it didn't have a stop. That was the entry and there was no stop. Oh, okay, I understand. It's like the stop order was not increased correctly on the scaling. Now that we can go check in the logs. All right, let's go do that. All right, here we are at the end of the session. It's pretty late. It's 9:50 in the evening. Fridays are busy because I'm prepping all the models to be built for the next week. We saw all this live. There's a loss. This is a really wild day. I was up 600, then down 300, then up 400, and I ended up where am I? Up 200. Take a loss here. There's a lot of these cases here where the volatility is just high enough that we can see the turn in the order flow, but it's a little too soon. There's a bunch of cases of that. Here we're trying to get short, but again, you need a bigger stop to survive this. All right, this nice fall is coming, but getting short here needs a 20 tick stop to survive that. Even 20 ticks may not be enough. Let's see, we make a little bit here, +5 and +1. And then here it's the same thing. We're getting long, right? But it's too soon. All right, so some of this is just, okay, the volatility, but some of it is, just predictions that aren't right. Here we are getting long again and getting stopped out to the tick. That's just super painful. So that when we see that, we know for sure, okay, it's just the function of the volatile market. Here, we're getting long. So it looks like one of them is scratching and one of them is taking I don't quite understand what happened right there. Here, make 5 and then scratch. Here is, again, getting long, but it's just a hint too soon before this move up here. And this short here is the same issue. We're getting short. You can see we're getting stopped out by less than the bar before this beautiful fall. So if this continues, that means cut your size in half and double your stops. Right? There's a bunch of cases of that we see here today. When we look at the daily chart now, the volatility today was very high. The range was really high, is what I should say. And so that puts the average daily range above the threshold, meaning as we come into the market next week, we'll be using the model built for volatility. Basically, there's more noise in the market is what that means. The alternative is to continue to use if you're trading two contracts like I am on a $10,000 account, continue to use the normal model, and then just cut your size in half and double your stops. There's a lot going on here related to the volume profile stuff, which is not listed here because it's all being rebuilt as I prep for next week. But what's happening is, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow at Saturday's update webinar, where we're taking what we've learned from using volume profile and what we have that works, and putting them together now and starting to see how well, how complementary they are. So we'll be discussing that tomorrow. That's at 11 o'clock Pacific.